Welcome to another episode of your FinTech Capsules. We're joined today by none other than Stephen Stonberg, the CFO and COO of Bittrex Global. Stephen, great to have you with us today.
Great to be here, Henri.
Stephen, you have worked in the financial services industry for many years. And today we are seeing some financial institutions who are embracing crypto, embracing digital assets, but others are really staying away, even saying that it's not even an asset class. What do you think in your perspective, we have this kind of bifurcation or this different perspective to approaching crypto assets?
Well, you have the ones that are half in and half out. So my favorite one is JP Morgan, where now they're fully in, but about a year ago they hated it, the CEO, and thought it was like evil. But meanwhile, their London operation was one of the major players in Bitcoin. So either he didn't know, or that was just they were hedging their bets. So I think if we look back at history, and I love looking at history. So the 1990s, derivatives were the new toxic thing of destruction that were going to end the world. You sort of started out, again, it was JP Morgan that did the very first interest rate swap. It was negotiated. Then this became a totally negotiated global market, 24/7, everyone's involved. And then you added credit derivatives in, and then the whole thing ended, well, it temporarily ended in 2008 when you had like triple squared CDOs blowing up planet Earth, and we had the whole credit crisis. So, the bank started with, they wouldn't touch it, it was evil, to then they ended up like nearly destroying the entire banking system. So I think that you see with any new technology, it's horrible and scary until they can make money, then they'll take it to like the next level, and then we'll see where it goes.
But actually on that point, Stephen, what do you think will be the catalyst for us to have more institutional investor interest within digital assets?
I think, again, there's a great, if you look at history, there's a spoof that Mel Brooks made of Star Wars called Spaceballs. And at the very end of the film, they go, Spaceballs 2 is coming, the search for more money. And that's basically what this is all about. It's just what's the next best thing and where are the banks going to make their money, especially now with COVID and everything else, they're getting squeezed margins. And their clients are going to ask for this product, and their competitors are all doing it. Fidelity's doing it, now Goldman's doing it, JP Morgan's doing it. So it's like a domino effect. They all have to do it. They don't know what it means yet, but they're all doing it, and they'll figure it out. But I think, once they start to see that there's money, and I noticed actually that Goldman just hired the guy who was running it at JP Morgan, which is typical. So it's like musical chairs. So they're all, this is the hot new area to be in.
And actually, let me finish it off with a kind of a personal question. You personally spent many years in the traditional financial services space, and you recently transitioned to the digital asset space. What advice would you have to anyone who's listening, who's actually today in a traditional financial institution, who's thinking about migrating over to the exciting world of the crypto?
So I'd say think long and hard and understand why you're doing it. I joined this industry just over 2 years ago, but if you're new to crypto, there's something called crypto years. It's like dog years. So 2 years in crypto is like 14 years in the real world. So it ages you. You work 24/7. You'll have to learn all these crazy new apps like Telegram and WeChat and WhatsApp, and you won't use email anymore. So I think you really have to understand a whole new way of working. In fact, we've been working remote for 2 years, and we were considered fringe players. Now with COVID, unfortunately, the whole world's having to catch up with us, but this is how we work. The company's in one jurisdiction, you're on a plane, traveling everywhere. Where you work is your phone. So I think that's sort of what we do. So I'd say if that type of entrepreneurial thing is what you like doing, then you should definitely consider this, especially if you're in financial services, because I really think crypto is a financial services business. If you just think you're going to do it because it's the next hot thing, think again. This is not just like moving from one bank to another. This is like a whole different thing.
Wise piece of advice there. Well, thank you, Stephen. Thanks for being with us today.
Thank you, Henri, for having me. Pleasure.